When there's a threat of severe weather, effective warning sirens, as we know, can really save lives. But the CBS News Texas I-Team uncovered a really surprising truth. Many Texas cities, including some of the largest, do not have any outdoor warning sirens, and some say they found something better. We continue our Patchwork of Protection series tonight. Investigative reporter Brian New takes us to Austin, where the city's new high-tech solution there may not reach everyone.
Sirens or cell phones. When danger strikes, how should cities warn us?
I think sirens are probably the best answer for a lot of communities.
Just not for her city.
Austin is a tech town, a lot of tech-savvy folks here, right? And so we think that this will be effective because most people do have a device in their hands. This is the City of Austin Emergency Operations Center.
In September, Austin became the latest city in the country to sign up for FEMA's Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, or IPAWS. The system sends emergency alerts straight to phones, TVs, and radios. It's the same system used for Amber Alerts.
It allows us to give really clear information about where it's happening, what's happening, and what we want people to do, and where they can go for more information.
To use iPods, cities and counties must apply, go through training, and buy compatible software. Only about half of Texas counties have done that. And even then, alerts
Number 2 and number 3 ready?
Don't always reach everyone. At the Arbor Food Park in Austin, tacos may be on the menu, but you'll find more cell phones in people's hands.
I'd like to be informed about things that are happening here in Austin, especially weather.
But Clark Reed is a part of a growing group of Texans who have turned off alerts on their phones. A 2023 study found Texas leads the nation in people opting out of emergency alerts, up to 5 times higher than in other states.
I actually have a lot of them turned off because I would get random Amber Alerts for places out in the middle of nowhere, like in El Paso or Amarillo.
Texas sends out more statewide Amber and Blue alerts than any other state. Last October, a Blue alert woke up millions of Texans at 4:50 in the morning. It was for a suspect in a police shooting in a tiny panhandle town. The alert triggered more than 4,500 complaints to the FCC.
Are you worried that people are going to ignore these alerts?
We're always worried about over-alerting. I mean, that's something we think about and we talk about a lot is what are the triggers, what are the thresholds for when we leverage this resource to communicate information. And so for us, it's really critical life safety.
During the deadly July 4th flooding, Kerr County had the ability to send out an iPods alert, but didn't. County officials explained that the National Weather Service had already used iPods to send out a flash flood warning, but that warning lacked evacuation instructions and missed many people.
And I was sitting there thinking, we have to get people's attention, because the real problem with this is that how many alerts do you get a day? I mean, there's every alert that you can imagine that's coming through. And if you're in an area that you don't have reception on this, you don't get the alerts.
This is why State Senator Paul Betancourt pushed the state to fund $50 million for outdoor warning sirens in flood-hit areas. But in his own district, Houston, there are no sirens and no plans to add them.
Do you think it's a mistake that Houston, as well as Austin, well as San Antonio, have moved away from sirens?
Well, they have, because they thought other things handled it.
So if you look at the amount of sirens that would need to be put into the city to really safely alert everyone, you're looking at hundreds of these devices. Whereas what we know is that folks already have a cell phone in their hand for the most part. They already have access to get the information that we want to push out. And so for us, that may be an effective way that we can communicate critical information with our community.
Now, here in North Texas, cities like Dallas and Fort Worth have both large outdoor warning siren systems as well as access to IPAWS. But emergency alerts aren't just about where you live, they're about where you travel. And as we head into one of the busiest travel weeks of the year, it's important to remember that the warning system that you rely on and that are used to at home may not be the same as where you're going. With the I-Team, Brian New, CBS News, Texas.